Okay. Now, as you guys can see, my first slide is talking about stem cells therapy. Now, when we first look at this word, what comes to our mind first? Whenever we see stem cells therapy, number one, we always think that it's all about anti-aging, yeah, reverse aging. But looking at it now, today, it's more than everything. Is everything to do about healing uh, diseases. This is what we are looking at. It's more than reverse aging, anti-aging, right? So tonight we're going to talk about this stem cells, and we will dwell into this, what products we are dealing with in the company, and also later on what kind of business we are in it. So I'll be sharing with you tonight. Okay, so let's begin. Now, when we talk about stem cells therapy, we are talking about stem cells. So when we talk about stem cells, yeah, uh, most people that I talk to, they know a little bit about stem cells. Yeah, but when I ask them deeply, oh, they just know something about cells that it can regenerate. Yeah, that is what stem cells is doing. It's supposed to regenerate cells. Yeah, it's called the factory of any cells in the human body. It will just create cells after cells. One cell dividing into two, two into four, four into 8, 16, and so on. Yeah. Now, today we have seen a lot of in terms of medicine, they have already advanced. They're using stem cells therapy for a lot of in the treatment of diseases, yeah, including chronic degenerative diseases. Yeah, this is the in thing now, and everyone is going into it. Yeah, but when we talk about stem cells, we are talking about regeneration of cells. Okay, so when you look at our body is built up, are made up of 70 to 300 trillions of cells. That's making up a body. Yeah, imagine that. But 432 billion cells die every day, and they are being replaced every time. You know, so these cells are dying every day, and it keeps on replacing every day as well. Yeah. So why what causes this? There are few factors. You're talking about pollution. You're talking about stress. You're talking about radiation, EMF, everything that is killing us slowly but surely. And if you look at our brain, we lose about 200,000 cells a day. Yeah. And then if you look at our blood, 2 million cells die per second. That's amazing. That's quite a lot, right? So two billion cells per second. That means in 1 hour there's millions of them, and it has to be replaced every time, right? So in the skin, we lost about 40,000 a day. That's a lot. Now the problem is this, you know, our stem cells, the numbers go down and lose functionality with age. Yeah, when you look at babies, toddlers, the stem cells are 100%. That's why they grow very fast. Yeah. Basically, 100% of the stem cells are used to so that the toddlers will just grow up. And then when they reach up to teenagers, 40% left, and these stem cells are still regenerating. And when they reach adults, it's already 25%. Remember, if you guys remember our kids when they are young as Form 1, teenagers, right? We're talking about teenagers now. So Form 1, Form 2, Form 3, every year we have to change the shoes. And they keep on changing every year. By the time they reach 18, suddenly you realize that the following year they don't have to change the shoes anymore. Why? Because that is the time they stop growing. And the moment the teenagers stop growing at the age of 18 plus or so, that's the moment they start aging. Yeah. So in Malay they say that penuaan itu sedang bermula. Setiap kali dia when it stops growing, that means they will start aging. So when they reach adult life, 25% left. But look at that. When we reach 60, like myself, and above, and many of mine who have reached more than 60 years of age, there's only 5% left. Now imagine 400 plus billion cells die every day, and it need to be replaced. Imagine if we are in this situation now, 5%. We are living in deficit. We are not able to replace the amount of cells that have been killed or die every day. Yeah, so we are in deficit. So what should we do? What do we do? We have to use. I mean, we have to get. Uh, uh, that's the reason why they are into stem cells therapy. The reason why it is needed today. Okay, but in modern science now we know that stem cells therapy involves in live injections where they put that they culture stem cells from probably from fats tissues from bone marrows and from sometimes they will use placenta, yeah, from the sheep from the deer. That's what we have heard. And they will culture it and they will just pump in through live injections. But it's too expensive. Not many people can afford it. Yeah. So we know that it's required, it's necessary to have stem cells therapy now because of the number of cells that have been dying every day. We need to replace them. So what is the solution if it's too expensive? Not many people can. Not many people can afford to have them. Yeah. So this video is talking about stem cells injection, but I'm afraid I cannot play this video. Yeah. But I'll just talk about it a little while. Now, how much does it cost if you want to do a stem cell therapy? This is the amount that you're going to spend. All right, 60,000 ringgit minimum. All right, or the USD is 15,000. Probably is the lowest that you've seen. But what I heard is they can be more than that. So it's too expensive for stem cell therapy. Okay. Now we have a cheaper version, a cheaper alternative, but giving you the same effectiveness. So if and there is no special procedures needed because it's not invasive, it's not painful, and we have a solution. Okay, and the solution is this product AFC, which is called SOP Subarashi. Now SOP means salmon ovary peptides. Subarashi, it's from Japan. Okay, and what does it contain? Yeah, it contains the triple peptides. These triple peptides, these are the peptides that have been proven to stimulate the bone marrow to produce the stem cells. So we don't need additional, I mean, outside external stem cells to be added in. We are using our own endogenous stem cells. So the triple peptides here is helping us to stimulate the bone marrow to produce. It's something like an activator. Yeah. So the triple peptides here are from number one, from salmon ovary peptide. Yeah. Sardine peptides and the fruit flow. Yeah. So now we know a lot of they use placenta from human placenta to deer placenta, and we also heard about sheep placenta. But have you heard about fish placenta? So this is ours. Okay, first in the market to be introduced using salmon placenta. We call it the marine placenta. Yeah. So what is so special about this salmon fish? Yeah. In those days, the emperor age in Japan, they treat this salmon fish as a medicine. Yeah. They it seems that if they take it, they will have anti-aging. They, they use it for treatment, and it was considered as a medicine. And those days, they do not know what's inside of this placenta and the eggs, the caviar. But now today, we know that what is inside the peptides are the amino acids, and they have done comparison studies that the amino acids that found in the fish placenta, in the salmon placenta, has more than of human placenta, and even more than a deer placenta. Yeah, when there was a finding, so that's the reason why using this uh, uh, using this as an option, as an alternative, it really helps the us to get our stem cells stimulated. Yeah. So and the size of the is 600 Dalton. So that means it's very easily absorbed to the body. All right. Now, together with other ingredients, we have the fish collagen, the glutathione, nucleic acid, elastin, hyaluronic acid, amino acids, and all this. And all of this combination makes this Subarashi so powerful that it can activate the stem cells to be released from the to be produced, stimulated. Yeah. And the patterns for Subarashi, we have 4 of them. Yeah. Because Subarashi is not a stem cells. Yeah. That's the reason why it's been proven that it can regenerate cells. So we have this paper that has been proven that it can regenerate cells. It can regenerate the regeneration cells effect. So that's number 1. Number 2, it improves blood circulation. Yeah. So people with hypertension, people with sugar in the blood, they can really be helped. Yeah. Number 3, antihypertensive agent. Now, when you talk about when I see this word hypertensive, antihypertensive agent is something like it's a pharmaceutical agent, like the ACE inhibitors. I remember selling ACE inhibitors during my time, and what it does is actually this is what it does. When the body is triggered, it will release ACE. ACE is angiotensin converting enzyme. So when it's released, when it's triggered and it's been released, the blood vessel will constrict. So when the blood vessel is constricted, then the pressure goes up. So what this antihypertensive does, it will inhibit the ACE, the enzyme. So it will not constrict longer. So this is the same with our Subarashi. It can do that. So people with having high blood pressure, taking this Subarashi can really help them. Yeah, we will show you some of these testimonials that we have throughout the years in the experience that we have in Indonesia the last 7 years. Okay, and the 4th one is the most exciting one because it says that it's an anti-thrombotic agent. It prevents blood from clotting. Now, why is it? Why do I say this is very important today? Because remember, after the pandemic, all of us we were given shots, and some of the shots that we have taken vaccine. I'm talking about vaccination, yeah, and some of the vaccination have been designed to, especially the mRNA vaccinations, they have been designed to produce what do you call that? Cells with spike proteins. Yeah, we heard a lot of things about spike proteins. Yeah, so some of them has been designed to produce spike proteins. So what does it do? When a spike protein is produced, it will also split up into 2 spike proteins. For eventually over a time period, there'll be millions of them. So imagine now it's been 3 years now. Okay, so imagine the spike proteins have been produced. It's running in the blood system. So what it does, because the spike proteins is very sharp, and when it starts flowing into the blood vessel, it will hit the wall, and it will hurt the wall, and it will cause bleeding. So what does it do when the endothelial cells wall are injured? When it bleeds, of course, the body will tell itself that, okay, hey, push, make it a clot. So it will clot the blood. So imagine if millions of them are hitting the cells, the cell walls, and the cell wall will keep on bleeding. So the body will keep on clotting it. So when the more clot is been done, it will clog, and the lumen will be closing. So that is causing myocarditis. That's the reason why a lot of people now, even younger people, after very active in the sports, they'll just drop dead. Yeah. So very pitiful. So we have something that can really help this kind of situation. Yeah. So that's the number 4. Is very important. Yeah. So if we can tell our friends, to keep taking this, and you can help those people who are having cardiovascular problems. All right. This is another video that I wanted to show you, but it's not showing. Never mind. Let's continue. Now, Food Flow is actually from UK, and they have won the food safety. Okay, The food flow is when you cut the tomato, if you see the slimy thing, that is the food flow, and it contains a lot of concentrated peptides. That's what we get from. And Subarashi has won a lot of awards, including this Monde Selection 2021. Yeah, and I heard they've been winning it annually every year. Okay, so these are the testimonials for those people who have been taking Subarashi. Yeah, so these pictures shows that that it can really regenerate cells. Yeah, this as this one is shown. Yeah, you can see the before and the after. You can see that the tissue and the skin are growing again. Yeah. What about this? This is the worst I've seen. You can see through the food after taking a packet of Subarashi and Utsukushi, which I'm going to talk about later. Look at that. A packet means, if I'm not mistaken, this is a packet of diamond. Yeah. So when you talk about packet of diamond, it's about 3 to 6 months. Yeah, it grew back. Tissues are growing. Okay. And this is another diabetic ulcer. Okay, after and the before. Yeah, this one is even worse. It's gangrenous. Even the bone is already turning black. But here, after taking a while, look at that. You can see the tissues, they are growing, and even the bones are turning into white. Yeah. Wet wound testimonials before, after, and now. Even autoimmune like psoriasis, the before and the after. Yeah. And burn, you can see also after taking Subarashi. This is the after. Yeah. Okay. So